FBI agents here in the Jacksonville area are warning families, be aware of the risks that come with social media. So very important. Amanda Vidal with FBI Jacksonville joining us this morning. We have been having this conversation, Amanda, for years, but the danger is still there and it's constantly evolving.
Absolutely, Vic. We've been teaching these classes for parents for a number of years. Be smart with your kid's smartphone. And we've been trying to help parents understand the capabilities of their cell phones that they are and the devices that they're giving to their children so that they can help them take action to protect themselves. But tonight we're actually hosting an event for teens. Parents have been wanting us to bring the same message to their kids, and so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week, we actually right here on the morning show had one of your FBI agents on. We were talking about the danger of sextortion involving these teen boys, people trying to get pictures and money from them and really just putting them into a dangerous situation.
Yeah, one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is just online exploitation. So this is a program that's going to be taught by our agents like SSA Goodman, who was here the other day talking about sextortion. These are the people who work these cases and see the worst of the people that are out there targeting our kids. So we're going to run through some of the cases that we're working right here in Jacksonville, help these teens and their parents understand what is online exploitation, what is sextortion, and what they can do, and how to report it, because a lot of times these kids are scared to do that if they've been victimized, and we want them to feel comfortable coming forward.
So obviously, Amanda, we talk about the immediate effects, the dangers, the predators out there, very scary for parents. But we have to look at what children do online and the impact on their futures, especially in their adult lives. That's also something that you're focusing on tonight.
Absolutely. So I want to be clear, when you've been victimized as a child by a predator, you are not going to get in trouble in any way legally. But there are some ramifications if you have just bad, what I would call unbecoming social media behaviors. So if teens are out there also posting things like sexual content or violent content, or if they're threatening others, if they're cyberbullying, that type of activity and that behavior online could have ramifications later on. It could affect their educational goals and their professional goals in the future. Those social media background checks are very common in all different types of industries today, not just in the news media and the law enforcement like they used to be, but any professional place that you go often conducts a social media background check. And we want teens to know that their behavior today could have a big impact in the future.
And that attention is really putting them at risk, boys and girls. We talk about the risk for young girls, but boys just as much.
Let me tell you, if parents are not watching what their teens are posting online, predators are. And they're going to see that, hey, these kids are not being monitored, so there's a vulnerability there, and I may be able to target them. And that's what the predators are thinking. And so really having these conversations with your kids and letting them know that that's opening the door to people wanting to target them is important.
You're a mom yourself, so I know that this is very important. Your children younger, but
still exposed to devices though, right? I mean, they have their own devices. And I think if I could put in perspective for parents, you know, a lot of parents think, hey, I've had these conversations with my children. They know better. I trust them. I'm not going to, you know, push them until I think they're getting in trouble. I want parents to understand that giving your child a device and not helping educate them on it and staying engaged with them and in their devices, like dropping them on a street corner in a major city and saying, I've taught you right from wrong. Good luck navigating the world. I'm not gonna get involved unless you get in trouble. And actually, you're opening them up to the world when you give them that device and aren't continuing to monitor with them. So stick with them, have those conversations long term, and we're gonna help you do that tonight.
Let's go a little further in tonight.
Okay.
So what do you do to prepare? Do you have to sign up, or can you just show up there if you're mom or dad?
This is a totally free event. I'm glad you said that. So Be Smart with Your Smartphone Teen Edition is going to be held at Creekside High School. It is open to anyone, all teens, all parents. It starts at 6 o'clock. It's totally free. You don't have to register. Please just come and join us. And we're going to provide you with the resources that you need to take home and further have these conversations and take action to protect yourself.
Is there one big takeaway that you want teens and their parents to come home from tonight?
I think we want teens in particular to know that they can come forward and report if they've been victimized to the FBI and to law enforcement to help us take action. A lot of times predators have hundreds of victims potentially across the world, and them not reporting it is a problem. If they come forward, it allows us to open the door to go after these predators and potentially protect hundreds of other children in the future.
And a lot of times we see the predators try to intimidate them and say, you are going to be in trouble if you report this one more time. That is not the case.
That
the
is not
FBI
the case.
wants to help you.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you are a child, a minor that we consider under the age of 18, if you've been victimized by an adult, you are not going to get in trouble. We're going to walk you through this process and help protect you and others in the future.
Amanda Vidal with FBI Jacksonville, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Creekside High School tonight at 6 o'clock, but all the details are going to be on our website, news4jax.com, in just a few moments.